Hey, this is Irma Sandoval, and this is very hard to share. You see, my story in 1979, my mom just had my little sister. I was about 3.5 years old, and my father just left for work. My dad had a special knock, da 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 da. I believe that's called a knock and a haircut, 2 pins. So somebody knocked on the door, and I raced all the way to open the door because I thought it was my dad. And unbeknownst to me, it was a stranger, this man. I heard my mom talking to somebody that there was a plumber that was supposed to show up. Well, my mom opened the door. My mom only spoke English, only spoke Spanish, and I only spoke Spanish at the time. So my mom brought the man in, told him where the kitchen was, and she was telling where the problem or the issue of the plumbing was. Next thing you know, the guy starts to strangle my mom behind her back and tells her, if you move or you scream, you and your kids are going to die. And my mom started getting really scared, and she started getting nervous. And then she started thinking, oh my God, I just locked the door. So I don't know what my mom said, but she convinced that guy to say, hey, my daughter's going to come out. Let's lock the door. And so she made him open the door. Actually, it was closed, but my mom, unbeknownst to him, opened the door. And we lived in downtown Los Angeles. There were these buildings that were really close together in downtown in the 1979, in the 80s. And so right when he was about to murder and rape my mom picked up instantly a teacup that was right next to the couch. She picked it up and threw it right in this huge window. And simultaneously she said, mujeres, niñas, sálganse de aquí. Este señor nos va a matar a nosotros y a todas. Corran, corran. And she said, run, girls, run. This man's going to kill me and all of you. And so I got up and I ran. And I ran and I ran. And I started knocking on the door. And I said, help me, help my mom. And so the guy was supposed to run to us. And he was supposed to try to get my mom. He got confused. But I ran really fast. And he escaped, we escaped, and my mom saved my life. And it really, it gave me a big trauma in my life. I didn't realize till now that I'm crying, and that's why it's a big thing to share. But the thing that I learned about this story is that my mom was really strong mentally and physically. She was smart enough not to panic. And my husband always says, #1 rule in construction is not to panic, and she was smart. My mom didn't yell, my mom didn't scream. She thought with her head. She was very strong mentally and physically and emotionally. And I learned so much from this experience. Not only that you have to be physically strong, but you have to be strong mentally. And this is why I got in this business. Every day someone asks me, why do you work out? Why do I work out? I'm always ready. I always need to know that my mind needs to be sharpened. So through my whole research in my whole life, I needed to get strong. But the first thing I realized is you have to be mentally strong, as my mom was. So you have to be physically strong. So if anything or any situation, from a bear to a man, you can get out of it. Research has shown that the #1 killer for men is heart disease. And the #1 killer for women is, guess what? Men, worldwide. And not just physically, emotionally. There's so many women, they get trapped with things that they can't get out of. And I tell you this is why I started this business. I want to empower women. I want to empower myself, first of all, to show the world that I can do it. That I came from the ghetto. My mom with 5 kids survived and taught us how to be survivors and not victims. And that's where it started. So I decided to open up this wonderful gym to empower more women and help more women. Because there's a lot of people going through trauma to this day. And we lived with this jail cell in our house and in our mind. And Anthony Robbins said it best, you have to divorce the stories of your past and marry the opportunities of your future. And I tell you this not to make you feel sorry for you, not to let you know I understand trauma. And so I built a foundation to make sure that the human spirit gets stronger. How I wake up every day and I do my best to work out. I always carry mace where I go because I'm not afraid of a bear or a man. I mentally and physically and emotionally do yin yoga to make sure that I don't have trauma. I've had so many issues with my business. I opened up my business. I'm in 9 years in my business, but it wasn't easy. There's times that I wanted to give up. I wanted to shut down. They were going to close me down. I had a mentor of mine, Sam, came in, got me out of that situation. Just like life, I needed to be mentally strong. I got a new business. I had trauma, and a lot of employees went up and down. People left me. I got sued. But guess what? I still had to be strong. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. There is no amount of problems. You're either in a problem right now, you're going straight into it, or you just got out of one. And what I want to share with women is that physically, we are very strong women. We give birth, we can help women out, and we are warriors. I want to empower more women. I got into this business to make women mentally stronger, physically stronger, and emotionally stronger. We are very strong. And through my wounds, I'm going to make my wisdom. I now use the cookie jar. David Goggins shared the stories that when you have a pain, don't get it bottled up. Don't get scared. Put it in a cookie jar. Enter it. Open up the cookie jar when you let it out. And that's why I work out when I'm angry, when I'm sad. It can kill you. I was in business, and when people left, I got so sad. And I lost 2 babies, not 1, 2, but I had 2 miscarriages because I got really sad. And sometimes I would get mad. And by losing your cool, getting sad or angry, I was not at my best. And I had to go all the way to a mastermind because I was living in darkness. And I started to realize that I have my superpower inside. And I had to share my story with the world, telling the world that it's okay to have trauma. It is okay, but you're not your event. You're not the people you meet. You're not the event you went to, or you're not the event that happened to you, I should say. But all I know is I could understand you. If you are like me and you've gone through any trauma, you've lost somebody, and you have this pain inside, this is called resistance. Resistance, that means that's trapped energy. And guess what? When I realized what resistance is, I love resistance, because what I do is I open up that cookie jar, I work out, get the resistance, and let the poison out. I let the sadness out. I let the angry out, and now I feel better. Now we believe that in our mission here, we believe that through fitness we can unlock greatness, and with the right tools we can all change and grow. If you're willing to change and grow and you know someone that needs help, please share my story. I am looking to help more women, empower more women, and let them know I understand. I understand the pain, but lick your wounds into wisdom. Let's get strong, women, because we got to make sure you understand that we can get in and out of our situation. We are the superheroes of our lives. Make sure you like, comment, and post this here. Share it to the world, because I am here to empower more women with love and happiness. Peace to you, and thank you for listening to my story. It was not easy, but it got done. Have a great day.